Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Doka Daniel. I teach people how to make an ice cake from your house, from your houses. I don't know. But then I teach you how to make it from your own houses, how to ice and decorate cake professionally from your house, in your house, with the simplest tool you need. So please like, subscribe, and comment. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how I made this beauty. Woo. So stay tuned. God bless. So heading straight into my first video, the basic tools I'm using for this particular cake decoration is my palette knife and my scraper. So there's a camera here showing you a close-up view of what's happening here. So firstly, this is how to use your palette knife. You will apply it on your cake and you move on a 45-degree angle basis. I do understand. You move like this. You don't move like this. You move like this. You get, so this is how you practically cover the full cake. You take some of your buttercream, then you move left, right, and you spread. Basically, the spreading technique is just moving your palette knife at a 45-degree angle. This is a more slower version. Do you get icing this? Okay. So moving on, let me just quickly ice this cake. Let's go. At all times, you should try to make your palette knife a 45-degree angle on your cake, because if you make it straight down, it's gonna like scrape out your buttercream. But if you make it a 45-degree angle, it's more of like you're spreading it throughout your cake. You get, you're spreading it. So working that's with the top. So working with the sides, you come and you still just 45-degree angle on your cake. So that's it. Let's go. First rule is your buttercream should not touch your hand. That should be your first rule. Your buttercream should never touch your hand. Although sometimes accidents could happen though, but then. So as soon as you see your buttercream is evenly spread around your cake, you will just use your palette knife to like fill in the parts that you feel that are like more than the others. You get, and just try and smoothen it out with your palette knife before you use your scraper. So putting this aside, very close to me. So using your scraper, the trick is you are filling in the missing gaps, trying to smoothen the body. So this is how it should be on your cake at all times. Not like this, not like this, like this. At a, let's say, less than 30-degree angle. Less than 30-degree angle. So that's it. I know you should be wondering why is a cloth in between my turntable and my cake. Well, the cloth helps to reduce the friction between the turntable and my cake board, because it tends to slip off once in a while, you know. So this cloth just helps to reduce the friction. So going around again. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You check your cake, you scrape out the excess buttercream from your board. Okay? Then you still do your last filling on your cake. You're filling your loose gaps. Filling your loose gaps for your final scraping. Okay, I think that should be it. Then you try as much as possible to get the cleanest, the least amount of buttercream on your scraper before you start scraping. Okay, so just go around slowly. Yeah, you see, there are some loose ends, but this is not like a very, very smooth design, so I'm just going to leave that like that and continue with my designing. But if you want your cake really smooth all around, you could just still fill up your patches and scrape. So moving on, this actually is a skewer. You use it to hood burgers. You know what a skewer is now? You use the hood burger, it's more of like a long toothpick. So basically what I'm doing is adding lines to this cake, more of like a cake pattern. So basically what you do is just put your skewer on the cake and you draw up. Try and make your line as neat as possible and as straight as possible. After some time, your skewer will be filled with buttercream. You will just clean it in your bowl or your mixer or your scraper and you continue. As often as you can so that your cake doesn't get rough and messy. So all these loose ends, you can just take them off. The excess butter coming out, just take them off your cake. I'm looking at the pattern, nice and sweet. So we just finish up with the cake and move to the next stage. You could have like a horizontal movement like this, or you could have like double lines. However you want it, there are like endless possibilities of how this design could go. But now this is just what I want for this particular cake, the straight lines. Yeah, this is it. You could worry about the whole butter coming out, but I feel it's just part of the design. I like it. I like the look of this particular cake, and I think we'll move over to the next thing. I think I will paint it a bit of silver. I'll give it a bit of a silver look, and I'll add some rice paper. Yeah. So now heading to the next part of the cake. This is a rice paper. It's used in different ways, countless. But I'm just going to see how. I'm just going to show you how to prepare it and how. And I'm going to be using this for the cake. So basically, you have your silicone mat. Then you have a bowl of water. If you want this in another color, you could just like add color to the water. But this is a clean water. I cannot clean water basically. So what you do basically is just dip your rice paper in your water. You dip it and make sure the water touches everywhere. Once it's all soaked, you bring it out and lay it and wait for the water to get into the nerves of the rice paper, into the nerves, like wait for it to really soak so well. So you wait. If it soaks so well, all these lines that you're seeing will practically disappear. So once it's soaking, you could just like style it to whatever you want. I think I will want this kind of shape. Yeah. So this is how it's looking right now. Are you seeing? So you allow it to dry. If you are in a hurry, you do this like 6 hours before you start icing your cake. You can do it 6 hours before you start icing your cake. So you allow it, you give it real time to dry because it takes quite a lot of time to dry. So I'm going to set this aside, wait for it to dry, or just put it under the sun. If you have sun, just put it straight under the sun. It's going to dry rapidly. Then move on to the next stage once it's dried. So welcome back, guys. So my rice paper has dried up and is ready to be used. It's actually edible. I've never actually tested it and to see how it tastes. I should test this. It's tasting like cassava. Ew. Not ew though, but it's... So basically, I have my gold dust. Yeah. My edible spirits and my gold painting brush. So basically, moving on with this cake, I will just, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I feel like breaking up these two parts. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because there's no prearranged design. Everything is from my head. So I'll just stick them around this cake. Okay, like this. Oh wait, I have to choose a front. Okay, here's my front. So I'll just stick them to this cake like this, and I'm gonna stick the final one, I think above it. No, not above it. Just at the front. Randomly, carefully, so I don't mess up my cake. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be painting this cake right now. Here's how it looks. So I'm going to be painting this cake right now with gold. I think I'll add some gold leaf. Let me quickly get it from my shelf. Or I'll just have my assistant get it for me because I think the mic is connected. So that's it. So mixing the gold dust. Yeah, definitely can get it. I think this is too much. I think this is it. Yeah, you see? So just add a little bit of, yeah, that's it. You add a little bit of, yeah. You add a little bit of edible spirit to your mixture. You add a little bit of edible spirit to your mixture. Just a little bit. Then you mix the sheet up. You go round. So basically, I just want to paint on the edges of this, just to add a little bit feel. I think, okay. I think that's it for here. So I'm just going to use the same gold to paint on the body of the cake carefully. So this is actually what I'm doing right now. I'm just painting on the body of the cake. My buttercream started to set, so my buttercream is quite hard. It's not as I left it earlier on. So I'll just paint on the body of the cake. Okay, that's it for the painting. This is how it looks right now. Are you feeling the vibe? So up next, I'm just going to add some, these are gold leaves, basically. I'm just going to add them in some strategic locations in the cake, and we're done with this cake. Then add my happy birthday topper, and I think that's all. So this is how it is actually. It's actually sold in this kind of packs for, I think 1,500 naira. Last time I checked, it might have gone up by the time I'm watching this video. It might have gone down. So I don't know. So you just work. Basically, you just stick them to your cake like this. Let me see. I'm spoiling my cake. Yeah, something like this. That's a big chunk though. So you just stick them to your cake like this. Maybe I'll add this up top here. So moving on, I would be basically adding a happy birthday topper. I think this is for this cake. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you've actually learned a few things from this video. More to come, I guess. Peace out.